Former Governor John Hickenlooper keeps claiming credit for a gun control law that we have showed you here is very easily avoided. So even after we showed Hickenlooper video of gun stores selling magazines that hold more than 15 bullets, despite the ban he signed in 2013, again today, as he campaigns for the Democratic Senate nomination, Hickenlooper is bragging about taking on the NRA to ban those high-capacity magazines. Well, also today, our Marshall Zellinger showed that video to a popular Republican prosecutor, a guy who does not like the law and also doesn't like what we found.
Based on those videos, man, I'm not convinced that the law doesn't cover that behavior.
George Brauchler is the top prosecutor in the 18th Judicial District, which includes Douglas County, where Iron Horse Armory is located.
How many rounds is this one?
That's a 30-rounder.
And Arapahoe County, where Centennial Gun Club does business.
They loophole in the wording that they did that lets us keep selling.
These are two of the gun stores we found creatively selling gun magazines that hold more than 15 rounds of ammunition, despite Colorado's ban on the sale of magazines that hold more than 15 rounds of ammunition.
As soon as we remove the functionality of it and take the spring out, it's not a magazine.
It's troubling.
You seem conflicted.
I am conflicted. I mean, to me, listening to these people talk, it's clear they don't agree with or like the magazine capacity law. I'm on board with them. I don't like it either. I don't agree with it either. But what I do agree with is the law. And that the law, until a Supreme Court either overturns it or until the legislature changes it, it is the law of the land that we have to abide by.
This is dangerous territory for a Republican elected leader, is it not?
It may be dangerous politically, but I don't think it's dangerous ethically or from a principle standpoint.
So now what? Having seen our video, what can or will this district's top Republican prosecutor do?
And you heard the guy use the term a couple times, loophole. If that loophole exists, then what they're doing isn't criminal. But I'm not convinced that it exists, at least the way they're describing it. And that being the case, what I don't want to do is go in, forgive the term, guns a-blazing, and start to just hook everybody up or scratch out tickets. What I'd like to do is to educate people on how I think the law is written and how I interpret that law, and see if we can't come to a common understanding that allows everybody to follow it.
Now I've been told by one prosecutor and previously two sheriffs that gun store owners will be talked to about how they sell magazines. 6 years after the law went into effect, they'll be talked to. Stay tuned. Kyle, the wild card in this story is the state Supreme Court. Early next year, we'll get a ruling on whether or not this law is unconstitutional. If it is, it's all moot. If they find it constitutional, we'll find out how that talking to went.
So we either have ineffective or ineffective and unconstitutional. That would be quite the double whammy.
One of the two.
Thank you, Marshall.